嘿嘿嘿 Hi kids， 今天我们要读的跟以往我们读的内容稍微不一样。那么因为如果一切顺利的话，再过2-3个月 Aiden 还有小朋友们可能就会在新的环境要进入9年级了，踏上了新的学习的历程。所以我就在一个这个叫做 CollegeVine 的一个网站上面呢，这个网站就是教导学生们怎么样去申请学校啊，怎么样去准备 ACT、SAT 啊，连结会在下面，你们有兴趣可以看一下。但是这个网站里面有一篇就是提醒初二的同学们，就是 8th graders，Here's how you can prepare for high school this summer。那我读这个东西没有什么特别的意思。第一个，这个是一个 very easy reading， 但是只是让给你们一点点感觉，好像一个新的挑战要开始了。比方说是什么，好好的做计划啦。比方说，你看 make a list of extracurricular activities to try， 课外活动，你想试什么课外活动，对不对 ？Getting to know the campus， 所以就是开始让你们有一点点。希望让你们有点紧张吧。OK, here we go. 这个阅读非常容易。8th graders, here is how you can prepare for high school this summer. The transition from middle school to high school is incredibly exciting. While high school may seem like a larger version of middle school, it is so different. In high school, your classes start to get difficult as teachers really try to prepare you for college. You'll have the opportunity to do things that you could never do in middle school, like driving to school and attending homecoming and prom. And you'll get to make more of an impact in your extracurriculars. Extracurricular 就是户外活动啊。然后这个 transition， 我只是提醒你一下。飞机场，这个 transition 不是过渡吗？在飞机场，我们每次要转机，那个就是 transit lounge， 或者是一个 transit 一个 flight。However, the transition from middle school to high school can also be frightening. Suddenly, you've gone from one of the oldest members of the school to the youngest members of the school. More than that,The people who are older than you are almost adults, so they have much more wisdom than you do. Also, in high school, you are expected to pretty much walk in knowing where everything is, what caliber of work your teachers are expecting, and how to seek help when you need it. Caliber 就是你的口径，你如果打枪的话，你的枪管有一个口径，可是在这个地方它指的就不是口径了，它指的是你的 the quality of your work， 你工作的水平好不好。比方说你的老师期望你能够做到什么样子啊，结果你做不到，对不对？那你就 you're not up to it. With all the changes that high school brings, both exciting and scary,It's important to walk into that first day of freshman year prepared. Here are some things that you can do during the summer before you start high school to make sure you start the next 4 years off on the right foot in the fall. Make a 4-year plan. It may seem a little bit early to start planning out the next 4 years,But drawing out a 4-year plan now will make things much easier in the long run. Take the time to write out what classes you think you're going to take for the next 4 years, making sure to note how many AP classes or advanced courses you plan to take. This way, whenever you have to choose classes for the following year, you'll have a comprehensive list to go back to.When you are forming your 4-year plan and choosing the classes you might want to take, try to give yourself the opportunity to earn as high a GPA as possible. Many high schools will give higher GPA points for an advanced course. AP course than for a regular course. So be sure to have as many advanced courses as you think you can handle. However, try to be realistic about how much you can handle. You want to balance out those tough classes with some fun classes to give you a stress reliever. Don't set yourself up for failure by overloading yourself with your coursework. Remember, a B average in an AP course usually gives the same amount of GPA points as an A average in a regular course, but the A will look better on your college applications. Of course, there are a number of variables that will affect what classes you take for the next 4 years, so you may not end up following your 4-year plan exactly. However, keep the plan after you've made it and keep updating it as you go throughout high school. It will be a helpful reference when you are trying to list out all of your previous classes on your college applications. 这边有一个字你好像需要 variable 可变的，这就是一个变数。Okay, variable. Make a list of extracurriculars to try. You should enter high school with a brief idea of what clubs and activities you want to be a part of. Within the first few weeks, you'll have the opportunity to attend meetings and try out many different activities. Since this will happen so early in the school year, you should walk in with a basic idea of what activities you are going to look into so that you don't accidentally miss the opportunity to join a great organization. If you need an idea of which clubs to join, many high schools have a list of available extracurriculars on their website. That would be a great place to start. Also, remember that if you didn't see one of your passions or interests represented in a club on campus, you can always start one. For more information about that, see how to start your own club in high school. When you are forming your tentative extracurricular list, definitely write down the clubs and organizations that you know you would love or that represents one of your favorite hobbies or interests. After that, try and have a mix of clubs, from career-oriented clubs and social organizations that simply look fun. That way, you can explore as many options as possible. 我认为这个人写文章都是老是用同一个字，对不对？老是在讲，好像在讲重复的话，念起来有点累。并不是每一个我都需要念哈，像这个 buy your school supplies 好像没有什么必要。Figure out how you're getting to school， 这个就是要不然就是开车，要不就是 take a bus， 对不对？或者是骑脚踏车。Getting to know the campus， 这个读一下好了。Oftentimes, high schools are much bigger than middle schools, and there is not always going to be someone around on the first day to tell you where to go. So, if you have the opportunity to attend a high school orientation, or just take a stroll through your new school beforehand, take the chance and try and orient yourself within the school. Orient 就是找到方位。东边、西边、南边、北边，对不对 ？Orient yourself， 就是确定你知道你的方向。Orientation 并不见得只是指说知道方向 ，Orientation 就是先会开一个会啊，就是一个初步的介绍的一个会议。我忘记那个中文叫什么了。You may not have your official school schedule for the first year by the time summer starts.So you won't necessarily get to find all of your classes. However, if you know the general structure of the school before the first day, you'll definitely feel more comfortable navigating the campus during the first few days. Campus, navigate 就是导航，对不对？所以 by school, getting to school 啊。 Brush up on some core subjects. Brush up 就是预习、复习。Core 核心的课程 Core. Many high school classes will expect you to still remember what you learned in middle school and be able to build on that knowledge within the first few days of class. Thus, it's important that you don't forget what you've learned in middle school over the summer. Brush up, 复习. Take a bit of time over the summer to review some of your old notes on math, science, English, and history. You don't have to do any in-depth reviews or practice problems, but you ought to spend a few hours glancing at various concepts you've covered so that you'll be able to recall them in a high school class if need be. Glance, 偷瞄，瞄一瞄。Ought to, 应该，对不对？这些都是应该知道的。就像我说的，这个读起来非常的容易，说不定这就是一个学生写的，这么饶舌，对不对 ？OK， Aiden and kids， 我期望你们还真的要做这个 4-year plan. Okay, we talk about that later.